Alright buddy, my name is Kelly Pomrenke and this is the Any Old Bag speech for my speech class this year, spring of 2010. And to begin with, this be my bag. It's an old lifeguard jersey used to wear about 3 years ago or so. I'll get back to that and why it has meaning. For now, it has three things in here that kind of display by my past, my present, and my future. So some of the more interesting things about me is, and about my past, I have these socks. Mismatched socks. One's white, one's black. It actually would have been a little bit better if they would have been tube socks with fancy colors or something of that nature. Somewhere down in high school way, I saw someone wearing tube socks, thought they were kind of cool, and eventually found some cheap on sale somewhere and just wore them all the time, thought they're kind of neat. And of course, somewhere down the line, I thought, hey, I should mix and match. And so I had blue socks with red socks, green socks with yellow socks. Something to do. And I guess it had mostly, for me, it had to do with being unique, being different, standing out, all that kind of stuff that you want to do as a kid sometimes. Plus that helped me get a little extra attention, and I actually did that after high school for probably a couple more years. Mostly only notable during the summer, of course, when you're wearing shorts. But that's what I did. And then eventually, as the years went on, I realized I couldn't actually wear these mismatched socks to work. So went back to just normal socks, either white or black these days, depending what I'm doing, or if I'm working at home. Other parts in my bag today, I have a 5-pound bag of coffee. Now this represents my present. Of course, this is not quite 5 pounds anymore. I've been using it, so. But what it represents about me, recently I've been very active. Kind of need the coffee to kind of keep me going. Had some late nights trying to do homework these last few days. Coffee keeps me going. Also, this coffee represents me a little bit. It's organic coffee, and it's locally, not brewed, locally produced. And I like, what I can to buy stuff in the area that, supports a local business, something of that nature. I like organic things. It's healthier. It's coffee, still healthier. I just kind of like to, do that kind of thing, be the smart way when I can. So that's kind of a little bit who I am. As far as my future, I have a big boot. Probably should have had two boots, but I didn't want to stretch out this shirt too much. So I have one boot, because, I'm not exactly sure what's all in the future terribly. But I do know this, at one point in my life, I would like to definitely go on a nice hiking trip to some of the major parks of America. In this case, one of mine would be Glacier National Park up in Montana. I once took a trip there with some family when I was 19, and I remember seeing a bunch of hikers there on some bridge or so, and their faces were all red and windswept, and they looked like they were having a great time. Hey, that'd be something fun to do. Just to go trekking through the woods with some friends, everything on your backpack, take a trail, take a week or two, and just kind of get through the woods, see everything, take a nice slow rate, go with some good friends, or, strangers too, just to meet some new people, have a good time that way. Also, boot kind of represents my future in terms of I would definitely also like to travel, move around, all those other kind of things. I got family on other sides of the state. Eventually, I could travel out there and probably relocate, stay with them. Got a nephew and a niece out there these days. Now, going back to my jersey here. Back in the day, I was a lifeguard. I could actually wear this shirt just a little bit better. This kind of represents, I picked this as my bag because it kind of encompasses and carries both past, present, and future in its own right. I suppose prior to being a lifeguard in the past, I had worked quite a few jobs where I ended up being the kind of person that has to supervise, watch other people, usually either kids from daycare or teenagers at a summer camp I worked with. So you're always kind of keeping an eye. You're always being aware of people's safety, your surroundings, trying to keep things safe, moving forward at a good, keeping things going. Same thing at a daycare, always watching the kids. And then finally, where I'm at now, I work at a correctional facility. I'm always there. I'm always watching kids, but 80% of my job is supervision, keeping people safe, and also, of course, giving direction. When these kids aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing because they have behavioral issues, I'm there to kind of be like, hey, that's not how you do it. You want to do it this way. This is a better way to do it. Helping them kind of follow the rules, both within our facility and hopefully the rules of life. And secondly, it kind of encompasses my future because I want to be working my way towards being a nurse. And for me, that would, essentially be meaning a very real lifeguard of, people's lives, medically in the future, keeping people safe physically, watching their, I don't know, their stats, who they are biologically, and keeping people alive. So I think that kind of makes sense for me. All right, thank you guys, and bye. All right, buddy. My name is Kelly Pomrenke, and this is the Any Old Bag speech for my speech class this year, spring of 2010. And to begin with, this be my bag. It's an old lifeguard jersey used to wear about 3 years ago or so. I'll get back to that and why it has meaning. For now, it has three things.